Hello everyone. A couple of weeks ago, my little brother said that he wanted me to get him all Spongebob episodes. Unfortunately, I didn't have all of them, so I decided to search on eBay to see if I could find an episode box sets. I absolutely had no luck. Then I saw a site that said in yellow lettering on an ocean background, "Click here for all your Spongebob needs." I figured that I might have what I need, so I click on the weird ad, and I click on and I swore I heard a faint sobbing noise before I check it. I was quickly sent to a strange SpongeBob themed website. I have forgotten the name of the site. There were different links at top of the page. Some were labeled banned episodes, knockoff sales, for sales, and illegal episodes. The one that caught my eye was that titled "Free Box Set List Download Bay." In it, they were images of SpongeBob's hand holding up his left hand, along with his fingers to assassinate what season each download link in it. I was able to download season 1 through 6, since my little brother liked the older seasons of the newer ones. It took some time to download. It took some time to download the seasons I got, each taking around an hour to download. Once all the seasons have finished downloading, they showed up on my desktop with the icon displayed and same image of SpongeBob's hand with a number displaying which season it was. I checked to make sure the files didn't have any viruses on them. It was clean. My lucky day. I watched some of the episodes on the file. Said to my surprise, they were all in great quality. But when I got to season 4, I saw a file titled sadness.wmb in all lowercase letters. I was curious to see what the episode had, so I burnt the file onto a blank DVD I had on my desk. After that, I went to James' room, which was far from the living room and my own room, and told him I got all his favorite seasons on disc. He was beaming with joy and excitement. I put the disc in his TV, and he jumped out the joy. Then I left his room, and he thanked me and gave me a big hug. While my little brother was having fun with his TV show, decided to make some noodles myself for a snack. As I was about to finish them, I heard my little brother screaming. I dropping literally everything. I ran to his room. He was curled up in a ball in the corner of this room, shaking and looked completely mortified with his black, and turned away from me. I looked at the TV, wondered what he was scared about. I was so deeply horrified. I saw Patrick sitting next to SpongeBob's house. He was frowning. His eyes were black sockets. What looked like blood being dripped out of the gaping holes in his head, and he started to cut his own stomach open with a strange-looking coral, nothing but red, chunky pus poured out the starfish-infected wound. Right before he could finish killing himself, the screen went to static. I was shocked in a frozen state. I told James that what he saw was just a dream. Then I managed to calm him down slightly. I thought it was just some sort of demanding trick or something of like, After James went to bed, I got the DVD and put it on the computer and watched the episode. There was no intro. There's no intro. Just a picture of a noose while the theme song was muffled and just slightly distorted. The title card was just sadness, with the background being a crimson color. It shows SpongeBob's house at night. It cuts to show is so inside the house. SpongeBob, his parents, his friend Patrick, and Gray were in there. There was no music, just the sound of wind blowing. Then Gray crying. Then his eyes turns to balls of Christmas glue dripping out of his socket. I started to feel sick. It felt like I just threw up inside my mouth. The sound went silent. The SpongeBob's parents talking in a robotic voice. Gray started crying even harder, but his voice sounded more deeper. He went completely silent. Gray eventually died. He was laying on his floor missing his eyes. I guess he died from all that blood coming out of his eyes. Then Patrick was very excited about the road trip going against the cry. SpongeBob, they both showed them all in the car. SpongeBob was in the back, messing around and taking happy pills. And he begins laughing hysterically. His voice sounded deeper. Patrick's head slowly spins, and his eyes were black voids. The same one I found with my brother. He said in a scared tone, "No, no, no, no." I was freaked out. Then SpongeBob jumped out of a window, and it got hit by an upcoming car. Patrick got his mouth back, screamed, and was coughing some sort of yellow liquid out of his mouth. SpongeBob's parents stopped the car. It sounded like glass breaking, and walked to his body. They all had black holes for eyes and the yellow liquid, and begins to cry. It showed SpongeBob and Gary's funeral. Their bodies were distorted. SpongeBob's teeth were pink color. The nose wasn't drawn on. He was covered in a blue liquid. Gray's eyes were eyeless, and his shell was soaked in the yellow blood. Patrick and SpongeBob's parents began to cry. It didn't sound like cartoon crying. It sounded like the actors were actually crying. We began showing words slowly distorted as the crying getting louder. SpongeBob opened his eyes and said to his parents and Patrick, "As you were with me for my life, you will be with me for my death." SpongeBob's parents and Patrick ran away, screaming in terror. After the funeral, it shows SpongeBob dead at SpongeBob's house, hanging from the noose. And SpongeBob's mom, with a slit wrist in the bathroom, lying dead, and Patrick was outside, cutting open his stomach as he groans in pain. The episode ended. My brother has got nightmares and refuses to watch SpongeBob ever again.
As you were with me for my life, you will be with me for my death.